I talk too loud, so let me know if I am. Members of council, fellow citizens, family, friends, staff, and distinguished guests, it is an honor and privilege to speak to you this evening. Congratulations to every member of council on your recent election victory. We owe the greatest appreciation to outgoing Mayor Ted Luciani, as well as outgoing councilors Michael Sharon, Sean Wilson, Sergio Pinon, and Tim Whalen, who will now be serving as our new regional councilors. The past 4 years working together have been a pleasure and full of many achievements. I would be remiss if we did not take the opportunity to recognize and build on the hard work and inspired leadership of former mayors and council who came before us. And Tim has recognized former mayors that are here tonight. There's one other one I want to recognize is the late Bill Longo. His son Paul Longo's here tonight. Paul, where are you? I want to thank the clerk's department, Donna Delvecchio, Joanne Goulet as well. You know, the work they do is unbelievable, and included in that group's Ginger DeRochis, who's the mayor assistant, and under the leadership of Manoj Dilwaria. Manoj, please stand. Staff's the engine of the city. I don't care if you're on hourly rated or whether you're on staff. It's without you, the city would be nothing. Okay, so we can't say enough about you. We look forward to working with all of you. A friend of mine sent me this message on Friday, which I found humorous and will share with you, even though I don't believe it's true. A father was reading to his child. The child asked, "Daddy, do all fairy tales begin with once upon a time?" "No," he replied. "There's a whole series of fairy tales that begin with, 'If elected, I promise.'" We're going to strive to make sure that's not the case. Okay, welcome to the real GTA, otherwise known as the Greater Thorold area. We are the real GTA. The city of Thorold includes Port Robinson East and West, Allenburg, Thorold South, St. John's, Beaver Dams, and Thorold proper, which includes Confederation Heights. We must recognize that each area has its own nuances and bring special contributions to our city, which must be fostered, built on, and maintained. It makes Thorold a very unique and special place to live and raise your family. It really is our time. We are a city in transition, transforming from one relying heavily on industry. We are experiencing unprecedented residential growth that must be managed and combined with a strong economic development plan, which includes business retention and expansion. I, like many of you, had many job opportunities growing up here in Thorold. This allowed us to plant roots here and live a comfortable life. One of our priorities must be to bring these opportunities back to our city. Businesses provide jobs, especially for our youth, and like us, many want to stay and raise their families in the Niagara area. Businesses also expand our tax base, which allows us to keep taxes at reasonable and sustainable levels. Working closely with all levels of government, we have the zone service land in prime location to achieve these results. One thing I think we can all agree on is that the Niagara area offers a quality of life that is second to none. Moving forward with a vision for our future, we are currently developing new master plans for transportation as well as parks, trails, and recreation. When completed, they will be rolled into a new strategic plan that will lay the blueprint for our future, which is focused, prioritized, and cost-effective. Our residents expect value for their tax dollar, and we must deliver on that expectation. These plans will provide a public input component so that your voice will not only be heard, but an important part of the process. We must ensure that these vital plans and strategies are implemented and not just put on a shelf to collect dust. There are many other issues that we will need addressing this term of council. Municipal infrastructure, affordable housing across all age groups, diversified housing options for seniors, and working with the Canada Summer Games Committee to capitalize on legacy facilities which will be located on Brock University property are only a few. There are numerous opportunities to build on what has already been achieved and started. We had a significant opportunity after winning the Prince of Wales Prize for Municipal Heritage Leadership to take heritage preservation and tourism to a new level. The award is truly like winning an Oscar, and I would like to thank Pamela Mins for her contributions to our receiving this honor. We are and will continue working hard to leverage this opportunity. Downtown revitalization is continuing and has created a buzz not only in our city of Thorold, but across Niagara and beyond. Are we there yet? No. Are we moving in the right direction? Absolutely, and we will continue to do so. Recently, on a Friday evening, I experienced what is possible. The Moose and Goose hosted a sold-out show featuring the Headstones. The Legion had Vinyl Flux, one of Niagara's top rock bands, and at the Trinity Church Hall, Thorold Community Theatre was holding the opening night performance for their fall production, Nana's Naughty Knickers. The downtown was really abuzz, and every restaurant was filled to capacity. It was truly exciting to see and experience. Moving forward, we must continue to develop and expand our partnership opportunities with Brock University and Niagara College. Currently, we are working with Niagara College's Department of Tourism and Hospitality on an initiative to promote heritage tourism. There are many other possibilities ahead. Lifelong learning is of critical importance in this age of constant technological change. Having Brock University and Niagara College in our backyard becomes an even greater benefit we can leverage. Here is an example of Brock University's economic impact on our city. Listen to this carefully. Payroll for employees living in the city of Thorold for fiscal year 2017 to 18 was approximately $12.2 million. And this does not include student economic impact figures. That's just wages for staff. To all developers, builders, and businesses who took a chance on our city, a great big thank you. You are too numerous to mention, and I do not want to miss anyone. We will work with all of you and ask in return that you become an active part of our community. To our volunteer and service groups, without you, we would not be the city we are. At the Canal Bank Shuffle a few years back, Tim Sennett brought in Joe Louis Walker, a huge name in the blues world, for his first appearance in Thorold. Tim, being the superb negotiator that he is, got him for an unbelievable price. The reason Joe said he did it was because we were donating to local charities. He said we, meaning all of us, can help fill a hole in funding that governments cannot fill. That stuck with me and further reinforced the reason why community involvement is so important. I have seen firsthand how sports and recreation, as well as arts, culture, and heritage, form an integral part of a vibrant community. These assets bring us together and let others know who we are. The tremendous spirit and enthusiasm they generate help define us as a community. So let's work together, pull in the same direction, and make sure that we live up to the expectations laid down by those who came before us. Let's ensure that the city of Thorold is the best place to work, live, and raise your family. In closing, I have one more story to share with you. It's magical how things sometimes happen. When Jane and I were dating, I would pick her up at her parents' home was unaware that her family on her father's side had roots in a long history in Thorold. Her grandfather, Russell Wilcox, a chemist, worked his way up the corporate ladder and became manager of the Exelon Company. He married Eileen Foley, who was the daughter of Edward Foley, a former mayor of Thorold. Jane boasts her family has a longer history in Thorold than mine. I argue that I had to save you and bring you back to your roots. I would like to thank Jane, my daughter Jacqueline, and my son Justin for their unwavering support. You do not travel down this road alone. Once again, on behalf of myself and council, thank you for coming out this evening. It's going to be an exciting 4 years ahead for the city of Thorold. Thanks again.